Here we are. So I'll try to condense everything in this video, but I will share with you also some clips from Romeo contents and some pre-chosen clips that you will watch afterwards. And I hope not to confuse you in your methodology, in what you're doing every day, but my goal is to explain to you a system, an approach, the approach that I use, and the approach that should be the foundation to every trade you will take from now on. The one Romeo's use, the one I use, and the thing I keep in mind every time I look at the chart. So, first of all, I want you to know that price fluctuations are designed to fuck you. So you need to watch at price at a chart like smart money did. So through times and price levels. That's it. Time and price. Not pattern, not FEG, not small candle closure on the lower time frames. The one thing you want to be concerned of are the higher time frames and the logic that I want to explain you right now. Everything else is noise. So once you identify a key level and a timestamp where you want to do the business on, you take the trade, you risk what you want to risk, keeping in mind that you can lose it, no matter how much probable the trades look, and then you simply let the market do what it wants to do. You can't control price. The only thing you can control are your action. And your action should be preparing for the trade, analyzing the chart at your best, and then let price do what it wants to do. And you need to think in the long term, in the long run, because trading is a game of probability. No matter how good you are, no matter how good your edge is, you will still lose. With experience, with time, you will grow, and your ability to identify only better setups will grow with you. But you will still lose money. So after this rant, I want to explain you the system. So I want to first of all explain to you the logic, and Romeo talked about this not very much because it's pretty mind-blowing, but the names that ICT uses: Asia, London, New York, midnight, are session and linked to real-time session in the markets. But the logic behind it, as you know, price is fractal, but also time is fractal, and so the behavior of price built by time and price correlation is fractal. That's why you can trade a monthly candle like you trade a 1 hour candle, like you trade a daily candle. So the system that should be the foundation to all your model is simple. You want to identify the most likely direction of the next higher time frame candle you want to trade. So this is a candle, this is a bullish candle, and sorry, a moment, okay. This is a bullish candle. This is a bullish high time frame candle. It can be a 4 hour candle, a daily, a weekly, a monthly. I personally like to trade the weekly candle and the daily. I'm not, I generally don't trade a 4 hour candle. To me, it's too short of a time period, but you can absolutely do that. And for obvious reason, I avoid trading 1 hour candle power 3 because I don't like to scalp. So this is the higher time frame candle you want to trade, and let's say analyzing the higher time frames, so the time frame, let's say this is a weekly candle, you analyze the weekly chart, you look at the monthly, you zoom in at the daily at maximum, and you frame that the most likely direction on the next weekly candle is bullish, is up. You identify a draw, that can be a higher time frame FEG, relatively equal highs, and you want also to trade in line with the higher time frame order flow. So if the weekly order flow. So the institutional, because institutions trade on the weekly, monthly, and daily chart. If the higher time frame of order flow is bullish, it's likely, and it's reaching for something, it's likely that the net weekly candle will also reach for the draw on the upside. So you frame the directional higher time frame bias. That's the first step, and that's the most difficult one, but once you identify it with a clear, in a clear manner, 65% of the work is done, because you simply need to trade in that direction. So the system is identify the higher time frame directional bias, 65% of the work done. If it isn't clear, stay out of the chart. Absolutely don't trade. Then, mark, if you remember the famous post of Romeo, the ones that he wrote on paper, the steps to high probability trades, it's number one, plan the higher time frame key level. So you plan the higher time frame key level, and it can be an higher time frame PD array, it can be general time frame PD array that you think that will mark the low, in this case because you are bullish, of the candle you are trading. So you mark higher time frame key level. If you trade a weekly chart, look on the daily, weekly, and maybe monthly key level, not go below that. You mark the higher time frame key level, plan the higher time frame key level. Step 2, mark the manipulation time. Step 3, mark a pre-manipulation liquidity pool. So now I want to rant over this to explain you the logic. Many people think that manipulation time are the same of opening time of the candle. So in this case, it's a weekly candle. You mark Sunday opening. Yeah, to see the power of 3, you should mark the opening and the closing time. Those are fixed values. But manipulation time are all different beasts. And I'm here for that. Because it's pretty amazing when you realize that. And that's a tweet that made me realize this. 2 tweets actually. So, manipulation times. Every single candle have a manipulation time. Keep in mind an algorithmic way of how a candle is built. So, for the daily, and keep notes of this time. For the monthly candle, no, let's start with the daily. For the daily candle, the manipulation times is known by many. It's midnight New York time, 0000. That's the manipulation time, and the IPTA cycle that ICT teaches start not from 17 to 17. So the chart opening time of the daily candle and closing, but start from midnight New York to 17. That's the true day. And before that, that's Asia. So price open here, trade like this. That's Asia session. Then at midnight, it creates a Judas swing down. Then London creates the low of the day, 70% of the time. Then rally up. You will get out in New York, smacking into the Asian range, and a rally higher. And at the end of the day, you will get the cap of the daily range. So let's remove. So the daily opening time is here, this dashed line, and the daily closing time is here, 17 New York time, 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. The manipulation time is midnight, and everybody knows that. So people, ICT said buy below midnight opening price, because from midnight onwards you want to see a Judas. ICT also said mark the Asian range from sorry, a moment. From 8 p.m. to midnight, Asian range, you want to see one extremity taken and then use it as a, that's the Asian range model. This this schematic is fractal to all candles, and that's the system. So let's say this is a weekly candle. You have the opening of the week on Sunday, the closing of the week on Friday, okay? And the manipulation time is Tuesday opening time. So Tuesday at 5 p.m. If you go to the daily chart and put a vertical line on Tuesday, it will be on 5 p.m. The actual opening of the day. So from this line to this line, this is Monday range. Sorry a moment. Okay. Let's turn this up. Okay, so from this line to this line, that's Monday range. Monday range. And that's the Monday range model. So same thing. Opening on Sunday, Monday trades. It will not be a consolidation like this every single time, but Monday trades. Tuesday open. Tuesday midnight will be here, more or so. So Tuesday open at 5 p.m. That's the manipulation time of the weekly candle. Tuesday creates the low of the week 70% of the time. Wednesday is a classic buy candle. Tuesday creates the opposing half of the range at a higher time frame PDRA, and Wednesday is generally, in a classic buy candle, a small range day. Let's go to a monthly candle. So monthly open here at the first of the month, monthly close here, the month close here at the last day of the month. So you have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. The manipulation time is the open of week 2. Week 1 is, and that's what Romeo said when he made, sorry a moment, I want to paste a photo. So gems here, this one. So look at this image that Romeo shared. Swing trading down right. Week 1, spend time with your family. So avoid week 1. Week 2, look for the higher time frame key level to it. Turtle soup. Week 3, look for the opposing higher time frame key level to it, and so mark the high of the month in a bullish month. And week 4, so week 3, you close the trail. Week 4, go for a walk in the park. That's generally. And you can say, yeah, but I saw some month that the week 1 creates the low of the month in a bullish month. I saw some week that Monday creates the low of the week in a bullish week. I saw some day that Asia creates the low of the day. Yeah, that's true. But, and this is my rules, you can, with experience, anticipate that. But I have a rule. Skip Asia. Trade London. If you miss London, trade New York. And that's not relative to the daily candle only. Skip Asia means skip Asian session in a daily candle. Skip Monday in a weekly candle. Skip week 1 in a monthly candle. Obviously, skip week 1 if you are swing trading, so trading the monthly range. If I want to trade the weekly range, I trade week 1 as a weekly range trade. You understand? If I want to trade the daily range, I trade Monday as a choppy day, but I trade Monday. If I want to trade the weekly range, I skip Monday. So skip the Asia of the candle you are trading. London, so it's the London session for the daily range. It's Tuesday for the weekly range, is week 2 for the monthly range. New York is 7, it depends because sometime in a daily candle, the retracement, the time that gives you the OT is like the 5 AM candle, sometimes it's 7 to 10, sometimes it's the 9 AM candle, so it depends on the daily candle because it's highly affected by intraday volatility. But let's say New York session, on the weekly candle, New York is Wednesday, on the monthly candle, New York is week 3, and week 3 / week 4 creates the high of the month. What's about a 4-hour candle? So let's say this is a 4-hour candle. You have the open, let's say it's the 1 a.m. candle. So you have the open at 1 a.m. Let's make this bigger and horizontal. No, sorry, center. Okay. You have the open at 1 a.m. Or let's do like this, middle. Okay. You have the open at 1 a.m. You have the closing at, this is 14, okay. You have the closing at 5 a.m. of the 1 a.m. candle. Middle, horizontal, center. You have the manipulation time at 1:40. And I need to find the poster, but I will share with you. Now maybe I can paste it too. So here. Okay. So let's only show you this here. Yes. Look at this post from Romeo. It's a 1 minute chart of EURUSD, and what is highlighted here? 1:30. I'm not inventing this stuff. So 1:30 is the manipulation. So if you're trading a 4-hour candle, you skip the first half an hour. You wait for a Judas at 1:30, or if it's the 9 a.m. candle, 9:30, not a random time, 9:30. You see? So it's a time-based trading, and the ICT names and the names that I like to use are the first portion that you want to skip before the manipulation time is Asia. So let's do like this. It's Asia. No, sorry. Background. Okay, Asia. Then the manipulation time is midnight. It's the name that I like to use because obviously midnight I refer as midnight as manipulation time. Week 1 for a monthly candle, I call it Asia. Week 2 open, I call it midnight of the monthly candle. You understand? So midnight. Week 2, Tuesday, London session, I call it London of the daily candle, of the candle, sorry. And then there is New York of the candle. So New York of the daily is the New York session. New York of the weekly candle is Wednesday. New York of the monthly is week 3. New York of the 4-hour candle is, I never think about it, but will be like 1:30, 2, 3, 3:30, 3:30 onwards in this case. Yeah, because we have the 3 and that's it. Sometimes when New York creates the higher low of the candle, you have the swing creating at 3, the midpoint. So the system is skip Asia, enter for your setup after midnight of the candle, enter in London. If you miss London, wait for the New York OTA. That's it. And one more thing, because I previously mentioned that Asia, so the Asian session, you see some days that the Asian session creates the low of the day, like clear this. So sometimes in every candle, Asia opens, chop around, hits the high, chop around, smack back down into the key level, and create the higher low of the candle. London rallies, small consolidation, manipulation, and then rallies from there. Sometimes this happens. So you have Asian session creating the low of the day, Monday creating the low of the week, week 1 creating the low of the month. I never train the monthly range, but I'm singing to make you understand. You have one in the 1 a.m. candle, you have 110 creating the low of the candle. That happens sometimes, but the rules stay the same. So you skip this portion, you hunt for your setup after midnight, and if you see that higher time frame key level, that the higher time frame key level is it higher time frame PD array, is it during Asia, and that's the only occasion that Asia creates the higher low of the candle, you will play the true breakout of the Asian range. So true breakout of the Asian session, retest of the range here, retest of the range. No, let's make it red. Yeah, red. You will get the true breakout after midnight of this range, not the soup and then the rally, but the true breakout. And you need to understand this. You need to keep your eyes open for this. So sometimes week 1 of the month create the low into higher time frame PD array, and week 2 simply break out of the range, and the high of the range becomes a key level. So your trade will be this. In a daily candle, Asia creates the low of the day. You are asleep. Doesn't matter. You wake up, and in London, you look for a retest of the Asian range, a time-based breaker. And I hope you saw my last post on Twitter, not the last post, the last trade I posted. It was this. I missed the soup of London, and I played the time-based breaker, so the retest of the Asian range. In a weekly candle, Mondays creates the low of the week into higher time frame PD array. You wait for Tuesday to retest to break out. You can enter obviously right here. If you have the skill, you can enter here, and or you can wait for the breakout and then retest, and you enter here. So this is a system, and you simply now need, this is what Romero do. He skips the first portion of the candle, wait for the manipulation time, and when he says wait for the his system, sorry, is so candle opens, right? Asian range, smack, arc link to the key level, full swing, rally, and this uppers. So when Romero says in his system, plan the higher time, number 1, plan the higher time frame key level, higher time frame PD array. Number 2, mark the manipulation time. Number 3, mark a pre-manipulation liquidity pool. Most of the time, the pre-manipulation liquidity pool will be the Asian low. So Asian low, Monday range model. Week 1 low, the low before 130 if you're trading a 4-hour candle, like in this example. So, no, not this, but this. Like in this example, the high before 130, pre-manipulation liquidity pool, or where it was, and by the way, you were not supposed to see this stuff. There's some pretty powerful thing in here, but I can't find the picture that I want to share. This was the system that I was talking about. Elements of high probability trade setups. Number 1, plan the higher time frame key level. Number 2, mark the manipulation time. Number 3, mark a pre-manipulation swing high low. Number 4, 2 and 1 are more important than 3. Why this? Because if Asia creates the low of the candle, you don't have a pre-manipulation swing high-low, a pre-manipulation liquidity pool. You will play the true breakout of the range. The more important thing are time, manipulation time, and the higher time frame PDRA, because if you can find the higher time frame PDRA and you see that Asia or Monday or week 1 or you understand that Asia smacks hardly into the key level and reject it, you have the higher low of the candle right there. And you play the true breakout and retest of the range. You have a system. If you rewatch this video multiple times, you have a system. And you simply now, it's really, really simple. What you want to do, your job now is find what candle you like to trade. Mine is the weekly and sometimes the daily. I'm not going below it. Villa, I don't know if you know it. Yeah, just Villa. He likes to trade. He trade only 4-hour candle. 1 a.m. candle is its favorite, and sometimes the 9 a.m. So he uses the exact same system, but he likes to trade the 4-hour candles. I like to trade the weekly and daily. Maybe someone with less time likes to trade the monthly. For me, it's too less trading. Like you have, I don't know, 8 trades in a year. To me, that's not doable. But yeah, find the types of trading you want to do, and then apply these rules. So, skip Asia, plan the time frame key level, mark the manipulation time, mark a pre-manipulation liquidity pool if the higher time frame key level was not hit on Asia, enter on London of the candle you are trading, and if you miss the actual low of the candle, wait for a retracement in New York, either the retest of the Asian range or I don't know, a retracement into a fair value gap, what you do, and close the trade at an opposing higher time frame PTRA during Tuesday if you're trading the weekly candle, London close / New York close for indices if you're trading the daily candle, week 3 / week 4 if you're trading the monthly, and towards the end of a 4-hour candle if you're trading the 4-hour candle. You have the system. I hope I helped you, and this take me a lot of time to figure that out, but once you truly digest this information and you truly understand what this means, you have no FOMO, you have no fear, and if you blend this with a solid risk management plan, you risk what you're comfortable losing, and you play the long-term game, it's done. Nothing can stop you. So, I wish you a good rest of the week, and let me know what you think. And right now I will send you this video. Sorry for the long rant, but it's a long one, and I will also send you some Romeo's clip about this.